Welcome back to the Luke Martin Show, and now we're going to start a new segment. You know, we love talking about high school sports, but, you know, for me, I also love some college sports in there as well. So we're going to talk about IU and Purdue mostly in these segments, and I'll be giving you my weekly picks. It's called Luke's College Pick'em Picks for the week, so we're going to go ahead and get on that this weekend. This weekend, the Indiana Hoosiers, they kick it off against Western Michigan, their second game of the year. What's at stake for Indiana? Well, lots at stake in this football game. Indiana did not look very good against Eastern Kentucky last Thursday. I love DeWeese Wilson. I love Dusty Keel. I don't love the Indiana Hoosiers, but I do think that the IU gets the job done. If you don't remember, IU is 4-0 against Western Michigan. They're undefeated against the Broncos of Western Michigan. I don't feel very confident in this pick, but I am going to take the Hoosiers. I think they get the job done. Won't be pretty, but I say IU by 3 over Western Michigan. Another game. It's a big game all around for college football, but it's a big game for the Big Ten Conference and trying to get respect back. The Ohio State Buckeyes, they play the USC Trojans this weekend in Columbus. It's a huge game. Ohio State, though, they almost got beat by Navy last week. It was close. 31-27 was the final score. Navy scored. They went for a 2-point conversion. Ohio State picked it off and ran it back and got the 2 points. Made it 31-27, which was the final score, like I said. So it is a big game for Tyrell Pryor and company and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Can they get the job done? Well, Matt Barkley and USC, they were very impressive in Week 1. Yeah, they played the San Jose State Trojans, but or the Spartans, whatever their name is. But that was still impressive. They blew them out of the water. I think USC is going to take it to Ohio State. I hope I'm wrong. I love the Big Ten Conference, but I just think USC, I think they're by far better than Ohio State. But it is in Columbus. It is in the Horseshoe. So I'm going to take USC only by 7. I hope I'm wrong, but I would not be surprised. I'm being, nice to the Buckeyes here. I was saying USC is going to win by a touchdown. I won't be surprised if the Trojans take it to Ohio State. Another game this weekend that's big in the Big Ten Conference, respect-wise, is Michigan. They travel to Notre Dame. It's the other way around. Notre Dame travels to South. I'm messing up here, but Notre Dame travels to Ann Arbor, Michigan. A big game over the weekend, or that's going to be this weekend, for Notre Dame and Michigan. Michigan trying to bounce back after a rough year last year. And Notre Dame, they're trying to prove that they are for real. Jimmy Clausen and company, he's not had the best couple of years. He's only a junior this year. So Jimmy trying to get some stuff done in South Bend. But does he get the job done this weekend in South Bend? In Ann Arbor. I don't think so. I'm going to take the Wolverines by 7. I like this Michigan team. I think Michigan has improved. I think Rich Rodriguez and company get the job done. Go Big Ten. I think they beat the Irish. I take Michigan by 7 in Ann Arbor. Another big game over the weekend. It's another big one for the Big Ten. It's Purdue. They travel to Oregon. It's a big game for the Boilermakers. Now, they were pretty impressive in Week 1 as they beat Toledo 52-31. The only thing that wasn't impressive about the victory was that they gave up over 400 yards passing to the Toledo Rockets, but the Rockets threw it like 60 times. So that's probably going to happen when the opposing team throws it that much. But the Boilermakers, Ralph Bolden, Jason Taylor, a phenomenal running duo. Ralph Bolden had over 243 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. Jason Taylor had over 100-plus yards rushing and a couple touchdowns as well. Joey Elliott, he had 3 touchdowns. He did have 3 picks. But, this Purdue offense is pretty darn explosive. But now they're going to be stepping up a competition. They play Oregon, who I believe is still ranked in the top 20. So this is a big week for the Boilermakers. But do they get the job done? Do they travel to Oregon and beat the Oregon Ducks? You can call me a homer. I don't care. But I'm taking Purdue. I think Purdue, for some reason, I'm feeling optimism with Danny Hope and company with Purdue. I'm taking the Boilermakers on the road. Just give me a break. I did pick IU to win, folks, so that's hard for me to do. But I think Purdue does get the job done. I think they do take care of business. LeGarrette Blount, who was the all-star running back for Oregon, got booted out for the year because he punched a Boise State player in the face last week. Yeah, not the best for the Oregon Ducks. But I think Purdue, they travel to Oregon, prime time, 10:15 p.m. here. It's going to be about 8 o'clock on the West Coast. It's going to be a big game for the Boilermakers. I think they get the job done. Purdue beats Oregon in Week 2, and they move to 2-0. So that's a big week for college football. As you saw, we'll be doing this every week. Those are 5 games. We'll see how I do over the weekend. Let's hope that it's a perfect 5-0. We'll be back right after this with more here on The Luke Martin Show.